I have something to share with you. I think is absolutely fascinating. For like three or 4 years, my inner and outer worlds have been very discombobulated. And even though I have felt very like I've been doing really, really well emotionally with all of the work that I've done on myself and all of the emotional release and the energy work that I've done, there has been this interesting chaos that I've noticed in my life for about 4 years. And it is like so challenging to like clean the house, stay organized. I love to organize things. It's like I can't even like putting menus together. It's like whatever, like all the things that I've had a great deal of joy with my whole adult life. It has just not been the same. And I was trying to figure out what it's been. And I finally had a huge epiphany. And this is what it was. When I was growing up, the only thing I ever wanted, I just wanted to be a mom. I was born to be a mom. I wanted to be a mom of lots of kids. I wanted to like teach them and take care of them. It's like playing house. Seriously, I wanted to play house like as an adult. And so I realized that when I did have my son, and even though no other kids came along, I was able to play house. I was able to like do that thing. And then my son moved out. And it was just me and my husband, and nobody plays house with just them and a husband. There's always kids involved. So it was like my play got interrupted. I couldn't play house anymore. And it's not that I was like consciously, I'm not living in la la land. It's like, but I likened it to like rose colored glasses or a perspective that you see through. And it's kind of like back here. It's like it just colors and flavors your world is kind of what it is. Because I mean, seriously, like being a mom was like hard, but it was awesome, but it was hard because, kids or kid in this case for me, it was like kid. And then the stress that it put on the marriage and like, it was a challenge. It was nothing like, so I was not living in fantasy land, imagination palace kind of a thing. But it was just it was like this background program running that was like my motivation because it was bringing me joy and it was play. It infused an energy of play into my real life. And so not having that for 4 years, it's like all of a sudden I'm like, I couldn't figure it out. Where's my motivation? Like, what? Like it baffled me. I don't even know how this idea came to mind. But the thought that came to mind, I think I was just missing it. It was like, it's like, this is weird to say. I miss like having my house clean and actually cleaning it and being happy to clean it. And I mean, I'm frustrated with like how discombobulated it feels and how discombobulated I feel. And like my outer world is really like a reflection of my inner world. And so seeing this in my outer world and having that discomfort was really ramping up this discomfort of like recognizing it's like, this is my inner world. It's like, I'm discombobulated and I'm in this state of chaos, even though I'm totally happy and peaceful. It's like, it's not what I'm wanting. And so I was in that frame of thinking, and all of a sudden it's like, well, I can't play house anymore. And it was like, oh, yeah, that's true. I can't play house anymore. Well, that would explain it. And I just kind of was sitting with that. And then all of a sudden I had this idea. It's like, oh, maybe I could play bed and breakfast. And I was like, ooh, that actually works because it's like no kids. And like there's this whole thing, like in my mind, like all of a sudden it just populated this little storyline of like how this works. And literally, like my motivation is back. I am like so excited. I'm looking around. I'm like, oh, okay, what do I need to do today? Oh, I'm going to go clean the bathroom today. And oh, I'm going to organize this today. And so it was so fun because I realized it's an energy of play that gets to flavor my actual life. I'm not going to run a bed and breakfast like ever. It's not going to happen. But there's this idea of like the play. And for me, I recognize like play is a really important thing in my life. I need to make sure that I'm having play in my life, because if I don't, then I get like really ornery. And you don't probably want to, like, I don't know if you'd want to be around me or not, but I would not want to be around you, because it's like I just need something, and I find it's the play. And so it's been really fascinating, because now I have this energy of play back in my life that has been missing for a long time. And all of a sudden it's like meal planning is fun again, and like organizing is fun again, and like I'm decluttering, and like there's all this other stuff, and I'm like creating this awesome space for myself, because suddenly it's like my inside has this energy of play again that like is flavoring my life. So I don't know how many of you are like that, but I know there's got to be somebody out there that's like that. And I just wanted to share, because it was a fascinating understanding to me of how important play can be, or having the energy of play can be in a person's life. So if you are struggling with those things, maybe try and find some like lenses or a perspective that you can like imaginarily see through, and have that like kind of help to flavor your life, to give you some motivation. It gives you energy. My energy levels are up. Seriously, it's like I'm not having a hard time waking up in the mornings. I'm telling you, it is like really, really helpful. So anyway, figure out what it is. What is that like little perspective, or that flavorful lens for life that would give you an infusion of something that maybe something that maybe you're needing or lacking in your life. So anyway, just wanted to pass that on, and I hope you have a great night, and I'll talk with you next time. Bye.